Hello everyone, it's me Steven Bond 11. Welcome back to my channel. For today, you're going to be reacting to my rating of all 9 seasons of The Flash. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the past 7 months I've been watching this show with my mom. And, I just finished the show today, so here we go. First up, we have is Season 1. For this season, I'll give a 9 out of 10. It is the OG season. I was going to give it a 10 out of 10, but no, just 9 out of 10. And the reason why is not really that big. I only have like one complaint, and it's basically the first episode. The first episode is good, but it just felt so rushed for a pilot. But that's really it. Anyway, next season. Actually, before we get to the next season, really quickly, I just want to say this video contains controversial opinions. Just remember, these are my opinions. And if I say something about a certain season that you didn't like, remember, it's just my opinions. Don't get mad. But actually, I should have said all this at the beginning of the episode. At least I said it now. Anyway, on to Season 2. Season 2 is easily a 10 out of 10 for me. Season 2 was the first season I ever watched of The Flash with my mom. And what was it? Way back in April of this year I watched it. And even though I never knew anything about this show when I first watched it, I just loved Season 2. I don't know why. But yeah, that's really it, I guess. I like the whole thing with Zoom, who's like the most terrifying main villain we had, like, in the whole entire series, in my opinion. And what else? Let me see. And then the whole thing with going to the multiverse was pretty good. And the whole point with Zoom actually being, with Jay actually being Zoom was surprising, actually. I also loved when my mom reacted to that. But yeah, I don't really actually have nothing else to say about Season 2. But it was an awesome season. And yeah, that's why it's 10 out of 10. Next up, Season 3 is also a 10 out of 10 for me. Originally, I was going to give this season a 9 out of 10. But then I remembered when we first got Savitar in the season, the rest of the season became, like, great, in my opinion. And I realized, like, the beginning of the season felt a little, but then she's like, literally, when, like, everything became amazing when Savitar came along. And this season is known for its darker story. But yeah, this was, like, one of the last OG seasons, until the rest of the seasons have their whole different vibe. But yeah, I love Season 3, and I give this 10 out of 10. Next up, we have is Season 4. One of the most controversial seasons of the show, I know, for a fact. In my opinion, when I first watched Season 4, I didn't like it that much, but after rewatching the entire season, I realized I actually love the season a lot. And the main villain of the season, the Thinker, is actually pretty dope for, not being a speedster. And yeah, and also, we also got one of my favorite characters of the show, Ralph Dibny. Until, in Season 6, actually 7, they took him out and everything. But yeah, the only complaints I actually have for the season is that a lot of the episodes around the middle of the season are kind of forgettable, but that's really it. But yeah, for Season 4, I will give it an 8 out of 10. Anyway, next season. Next up, we have is Season 5. A very controversial season in the show. In my opinion, I actually like this season, and this season is one of my favorite seasons of the entire show. Like, I don't really know why. It's just, this was, like, the last season that felt like the original trilogy of the first 3 seasons. I know for a fact that a lot of people do hate this season because, one, the Flash shoe was terrible. And also, some people also hate the Girl Cicada. My opinion, I don't mind it. I can tell that it's not really great, but it's a pretty good season. And let me see, what else? Oh yeah, and also the end of the season when Dawn returns, it was actually pretty good. His return was actually pretty good in the season. But then it's every other season that Dawn returns where it gets kind of boring, kind of, lame. But that's all I have to say. Anyway, this season, I would give this season a 9 out of 10. Next up to Season 6. Now we have Season 6. This is the season where a lot of people, or including me, basically say that the show really went down starting with this season. In my opinion, Season 6 started out as a good season. Like, from episodes 1 all the way into the Crisis episode, it was a pretty good season. Then after Crisis, the rest of the season, in my opinion, was just meh. It was just mid. It was just very mid. Nothing that exciting really happened, but it was something. So for whatever season 6 was supposed to be, I'll give it a let me think about it. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. I'll give it that. Anyway, on to season 7. Next up, we're on season 7, which basically everyone that watches the show considers season 7 to be the worst season of the entire show. Now here's my opinion. You probably expected me to also rank this as the worst season. This season is kind of like that, but I don't mind season 7 that much. There's, of course, a couple of problems with season 7. One, the CGI is not the greatest. I think this might be the season with the worst. This is probably the season with the worst CGI out of all of them. What else? Oh yeah, 2. This is the second shortest season in the entire show. All the way from season 5 up to season 7, the creators of the show keep giving each new season less episodes. Even though season 7 was the second shortest season in the entire show, season 7 just felt so short. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it took me like 3 or 4 days to watch the season, but it felt like it only took 2 days or a day to watch it. I don't know why. It just felt so short. I just like 18 episodes, and it felt like it took a day to finish. I have no idea why. And now you guys probably hearing an airplane flying in the sky. But yeah, what else? But that's really it. Oh yeah, also, around the end of the last 4 episodes with Godspeed, that was just rushed. They really rushed Godspeed around the end of season 7, and it did not feel complete at all. He did not feel complete at all. And also, bringing Dawn back around the end was kind of good, but I don't know, I just didn't like it that much. So, season 7, in my opinion, let me see. I'll give it like, it's hard to say. Maybe, I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10? Yeah, that's pretty good. 5 out of 10. I forgot, this is also the season where the directors or whatever let the character Ralph Dibny go after the original actor was fired after season 6. Oh yeah, it's also the season where Cisco finally leaves, which that part was kind of emotional. That was a kind of a plus, but that's really it. Anyway, next up we have is season 8, which I like this season like probably a little bit more than season 7, since season 8 is actually a pretty solid season. My opinion. Season 8 we got more than 18 episodes, thank God. Like, thank God they're not making the season shorter than season 7. Please, like, come on. And what else? And yeah, there's not that much to talk about season 8. I mean, in my opinion, the beginning of season 8 was pretty peak with the Armageddon, a 5-part episode. That was actually pretty good. And Dawn, he was amazing actually in the Armageddon. But then he does make a few appearances later in season 8, which I feel like the directors are just using him as like a side character until the end. But season 8 was pretty good. I enjoyed Deathstorm. I also enjoyed the negative, this like new form that Reverse Flash got, now being the avatar of the negative Speed Force. It was pretty good, but I feel like they really like used him too much around the end of season 8. But that's really my own complaint. Season 8 was a pretty solid season. Nothing much to say, so I'll give season 8 like, I give season 8 an 8 out of 10. And finally, we got season 9. Now finally, we're on the final season of The Flash, which in my opinion, I think is underrated a lot, because season 9 is the shortest season in the series, but in my opinion, it did not feel short at all. Season 7 felt way short, but that season was longer. Season 9 is an okay season. I don't really have any problems with it, but like the first arc, I guess, with the main one being Red Death was decent, I guess. It was not that bad, but I didn't really know Red Death that much, so she was decent, I guess. But every time Red Death made a Batman reference, it was not good at all. It sounds like she's saying with Force or something. She's forcefully saying that. Then after that, the next few episodes we had were kind of decent. They were just random adventures. Then you have the It's My Pro Day Dive I Want To. which was an awesome episode, I'm not gonna lie. We finally get to see Green Arrow back. It was also the last Arrowverse crossover episode, or event we got. And then the final 4 episodes of season 9, I actually loved a lot. It was pretty good. The episode, it was pretty good, but then, surprisingly, in that last episode of season 9, where all the main villains, or some of the main villain speedsters come back, Verse Flash, Zoom, Savitar, and Godspeed, they come back from the dead. But and we had the whole final battle. I was expecting to see some awesome fight scenes, but no, all 4 of them just get taken out so easily. Like, excuse me? It's kind of lame. But that's really it. I know a lot of people consider this season to be another bad one of the show, but I think I like it pretty much. And the end half of the last episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it, and yeah. I think I'll give season 9 like a 9 out of 10. And there you go. I have rated all 9 seasons of The Flash. Now it's time to show my ranking of all 9 seasons. This will just be really quick, so yeah. To no surprise, season 7 is my least favorite season of the entire show. And everyone probably already puts season 7 as the least favorite since everyone calls this the worst season. And like I said before, in my opinion, I think this season's decent. It's just this is the first season to have 3 arcs, and they were kind of rushed. Especially Godspeed, he was really rushed around the end of season 7. And like I said, this season, even though being the second shortest season, it felt like the shortest season. It felt shorter than season 9, and that's saying something. So, as everyone's gonna know, season 7 is my least favorite season. Next up, we have is season 6. Now, season 6 is very different from season 7, because season 6 is actually pretty good. It's just, season 6 didn't have that much content, didn't have that much going for it. I mean, the first, before Crisis, the first bit was good, with blood work and everything. It was amazing. The Crisis episode was good also. Everything after was just mid, and the fact that I left on a cliffhanger kind of got me upset. It was just why we leave it on a cliffhanger? Well, I know why, because of COVID, but why couldn't you just release the first three episodes of season 7 as the last 3 episodes of season 6? That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, this is gonna go in the 8th spot. So now I'm just gonna rush through the ranking because I just realized this episode's getting a little too long, so yeah. So for 7th place, I have The Flash Season 4. For 6th place, we have The Flash Season 8. In 5th place, we have The Flash Season 1. In 4th place, we have The Flash Season 5. In 3rd place, we have The Flash Season 9. In 2nd place, we have The Flash Season 3. And in 1st place, we have The Flash Season 2. And there we go. I finally finished rating and ranking all 9 seasons, not all 9 seasons of The Flash. Well, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Steven out.